What happens when a man who spent his life dealing out violence tries to find peace? In The Equalizer 3, Denzel Washington's Robert McCall thought he'd finally found his sanctuary in the tranquil Italian coastal town of Altamonte. But as we're about to discover, a man with his particular set of skills is never truly allowed to retire. Hey everyone, welcome to Movies Inside Out. Today we're diving deep into Denzel Washington's final chapter as The Equalizer, a film that serves as both a brutal action thriller and a surprisingly thoughtful meditation on finding home. Before we dive into the third film, let's quickly establish who Robert McCall is for anyone who needs a refresher. In the first Equalizer, we met McCall as a seemingly ordinary home mart employee with OCD tendencies and insomnia, who meticulously times his activities with his father's watch. This quiet existence hid his true past as a highly skilled government operative. When he befriended a young prostitute named Terry, Chloe Grace Moretz, who was brutally beaten by her Russian mob handlers, McCall unleashed his deadly skills, systematically dismantling the entire criminal organization. Equalizer 3 opens with McCall in Sicily, infiltrating a vineyard that serves as headquarters for a powerful mafia family. In brutal fashion, he methodically eliminates guards before confronting their leader, revealing he's been systematically hunting people from a mysterious list. This opening sequence immediately establishes that despite searching for peace, McCall remains the calculated killing machine we've come to know. After being severely wounded in the confrontation, McCall collapses on a train and wakes up in the picturesque seaside town of Altamonte in southern Italy. Here, the local doctor Emma, played by Gaia Scodolaro, has saved his life, and McCall begins to form connections with the townspeople, including Emma's father and Enzo Aricio, a local restaurant owner. For perhaps the first time in the trilogy, we see McCall starting to find genuine peace. But this tranquility is threatened when the Camorra, a powerful Italian crime syndicate, begins terrorizing the town, demanding protection money and threatening the locals. When they severely beat Enzo for refusing to pay, McCall's sense of justice is triggered. Despite his desire to leave violence behind, he can't stand by and watch innocent people suffer. Meanwhile, CIA agent Emma Collins, Dakota Fanning, who previously worked with McCall's friend Susan from the second film, is investigating a massive drug operation in Sicily alongside Italian intelligence officer Gio Benucci. Their investigation leads them to discover that the Camorra is operating a massive drug shipping operation using Altamonte's port. As McCall begins systematically eliminating Camorra enforcers, Collins' investigation brings her to Altamonte, where she eventually recognizes McCall from Susan's files. Rather than expose him, she seeks his help in taking down the drug operation. The climax builds as McCall confronts the brothers leading the Camorra, Vincent and Marco Caranta, in a brutal showdown at their stronghold. Using his tactical precision, McCall eliminates their guards before facing the brothers themselves. In a particularly satisfying moment, he uses their own explosive device against them, completing his protection of the town. In the aftermath, McCall decides to stay in Altamonte permanently, having finally found the home and peace he's been searching for. He even receives Italian citizenship in a touching ceremony, symbolizing his acceptance into this community. The film ends with McCall sitting contentedly at a cafe, suggesting he has finally put his violent past behind him, though we know he'll always be ready if injustice appears at his doorstep.